Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's only 3 of us in here. Well, there better be a bunch of people show up in my stream and talk to me to keep me company in here, because this is going to be nonsense. Let's see what we got. Track temperature, 96 degrees. And, you know, for some reason the GT cars, you can lower this bullshit as much as you want on the tire pressure. But on the HPD, you can't. And with this temperature, the left fronts are getting way over 23. Actually getting 24 PSI. These are getting in 23.6. 24.3, I think is what I was seeing in practice. 23.6 here. So, you know, the tires go to shit when they go over 23 PSI. And I don't want to level them out, add pressure to this one. Nah, I don't know. This is my qual setup. See what we can do with it. Come on, car, start up. I could not qual and start at the back, but what good's that when there's only 3 of us? I'm still starting right there in the front. Nonsense. I can't believe all the... I saw, you know, 40 people in the race. I figured there would be, you know, 8 or 9 HPDs. That was usually kind of the split last season. There were 40 cars in a race. There'd usually be 8 or so HPDs. Yeah.
Green flag. Okay, here comes the first time black.
Getting off track. I don't really care. I don't even care to put in a qualifying lap. I don't care. I need to change my settings on my dash meter anyway to make sure everything's right, because I have it set on gallons instead of pounds on fuel quantity. So. Still a 60-minute race, right? Okay. Alright, well, look at this nonsense. Alright, we're going to run it like that. I know that the Margin guy, whatever his name is there, I think he can run I think he can run within a second of me. So, at least that'll be interesting. You know what, let me go out and just throw in a lap real quick. Nah, don't care to. I'll be back.
M41.5, nice run.
Alright. I'm just not into this race. I mean, I can't imagine why, 3 of us. But I'm just not into this. I don't even feel like running it. I'm really just wanting to not start and take my iRating hit and go on. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in here with a half-ass attitude and I'm going to end up wrecking. Three. I can't believe there's only 3 in this class. That just... Well, I hope the usuals show up in the stream here soon so I have something to entertain myself with. I have my race set up. Yeah, I am. Okay. Don't want to do that.
That'll be a good race. Good luck, everyone.
On Twitch, I'll check it out, Maria. By the way, I show my setups in my streams as well. Alright, so I don't want to run this race. That's terrible. And they're not really that slow. I mean, he's maybe a second off of me, marriage in there. Which at Road America, you know, can go away quick. Oh, and his pedals just disconnected.
1 lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed.
Well, that sucks because I already was super excited about having 3 of us in the damn class. Now there's only 2 of us. Thank you, Mitch. Mostly blind Mitch. So
Catch the 18 car.
and he had to disconnect. That's great.
I'm leading now.
Yes, you would be leading now.
They qualified on P1 and is now leaving.
His pedals disconnected.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not going to jump you on to start. Just wait till it says green, but get a little closer to the P1s. Let's stay about 4 seconds back of them.
That's not nearly enough for one wreck.
So, what's on your gas?
That was a pretty cool paint scheme there. Speed B. Not a bad paint scheme at all. Hopefully that margin guy comes back because he can at least, well, no, I guess it really wouldn't benefit him. He needs both of us to wreck. One, you know, so if we don't wreck, if we just run a boring, you know, however many lap race, he's still going to lose all of his iRating. Well, not all of it, but all of what he would lost anyway, not coming back. So it is a benefit him to come back in here. If there was 10 of us, yeah, probably so, but not with 2 of us. Throw that tear off out of here. Man, what happened? What kind of pedals do you have? That sucks, dude. It really does. Yeah, Mitch, is she good? I mean, I can tell by her qual time she's not going to be competition for me, but is she drive good at least? Is she not erratic? Because quite frankly, with 52 whatever second qual time, I can just drive away from her if I really want to, but I'll let her take the lead and I'll just follow her. Yeah, I have Fanatec V3s. Mine, I have, luckily, I've been trouble free with them. I know not everybody is. Yeah, I get, and with only 3 of us in here, it doesn't really make it worth it to come back.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Oh, what a douche. You know, you should be in this car. You should have been in this race. Should I pass her here going into the turn 5? Yeah, I can. I can just go right here on the brakes, but I'm not. I'm going to back out. No sense in taking any kind of risk this early in the race. No, she's not slow. I mean, 52 is all right. You know, the slow guys are running 54s and 55s. Yeah, race trim, I can run faster than her qual trim. Oops, a little hard on the brake there. Yeah, she out-qualified me, Dave. And she's running away from me. And she's 1.3 seconds up already, so we'll see. She drives pretty, I mean, she's quick. Seems like she has a handle on the car. So. This one. Take my time because I had a really shitty attitude to start this race because if there was only 3 of us and now that there's only 2 of us. So the risk of me hitting something like a wall is magnified when I'm in this kind of a mood. Shut up, David. I don't need any comments from you. I don't drive much else. I drive this and the Ferrari, and then on occasion I'll run the Lotus 79, but my H pattern shifter is not working right now, so I won't run that car.
One car ahead. Go right.
I like this car. I think it's just a lot of fun to drive. It's analog, it's not all digital like the LMP1, and you know, it's just fun. Well, it depends. Do you want to be on one of the big 900-person teams, or do you want to be on a more of a boutique team that gives those big teams all they can handle in the races. Because if you like the idea of being on a smaller boutique team, then the Autobahn team that I run is pretty fun. We always show well in every race we're in. Even the endurance races like 24 Daytona, we always do well there. You know, we can't compete with the absolute best, but we do good. We have a solid driver lineup. She brakes a lot earlier than I want to right there. Keeps throwing me off. Some of those big teams, they have some good drivers and some good people. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of those big teams, like TNT and the Geodesics, guys like that. But I just, you know, I've preferred to stay on my own with the Autobahn team. I don't know, it's just easier for my attention span, for one, not keeping up with so many people. Yeah. You know, you could join our team. You would always be welcome. This season in Autobahn, though, we're going to be called Tony Lamberti Racing in tribute to him. But our team for endurance races and stuff will still be Autobahn. So we won't be sporting our green and black liveries for the Autobahn series, but you know, it's for our buddy Tony. So he had a major stroke, and he was one of the most generous guys on this service. Helped people build their rigs and stuff like that without ever even charging anybody money. And just that kind of guy. Very fast too, very fast. But he can't race anymore. He watches, you know, streams all the time. This is his entertainment, is to watch us race. So. Car feels floaty. I think I should have moved the wing forward. We need some clouds to show up. Well, there's no requirements with Autobahn, man. We're just a group of guys that, you know, the only reason our team exists is just so whenever we're in races together, we're all running the same livery and it looks kind of cool. And whenever it comes time to run endurance races, we can throw a team together that we're used to running with. Everybody knows what we're going to do, you know. I've gotten around to the draft now, so she's running pretty good. She put pretty decent clip back there. A little more seat time in this car, and she'd probably be all over me. No, I build my own. Most people in this car that I give them to like them a lot better than they do the VRS setups. That's why I show it in the stream. If you want to try it out, you can just go back and pause it and write down what I did. I give my setups out for free. I don't hide them. Driving down the middle of the track's not good, dude. This guy doesn't look too stable here either. Back end all bent up.
Clear on the left.
Martin, if you're, I'm gonna call you Martin because I'm not sure how to say your name. But if you haven't heard of the Autobahn Sports Car Series, check out in the private forums. We're a GSRC broadcast series. It's a multi-class series similar to this. We run Pro and Am classes.
Left side. Clear on the left.
You throw that word around rather reckless, don't you? Gods.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I just saw one with a bent up back end. Most of what I've seen, the BMWs, of course. Couple Porsches. There's a Porsche up ahead of me right now. Oh, just got my first incident in the race. Wasn't paying attention. Was looking at something on my dash. Yeah, probably. Porsche. I think I'm going to run the next race. I guess I'll run it in the Ferrari just to put one in the field. It's huge. I don't like big cars. Yeah, I haven't heard too much uproar about it. I mean, obviously the BMW is going to be a little out of whack, both fast and slow, just because it, you know, is new. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be faster. But usually when a car comes out by itself like that, it's usually faster than the cars it's joining until they figure it out. You know, the Ferrari and the Ford came out at the same time, so you know, that didn't happen with them. There's a Ferrari.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Oh, really? I don't know how it could be any different than normal because they haven't changed anything on the Ferrari. But, you know, from watching my endurance streams, you also know that my setup in that car gets better as the race goes on. So just the way we have it set up and the way we drive it, it doesn't seem to use up tires real bad. Yeah, relatively. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
The hell is... Oh, I just took a risky pass. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you on a racetrack? Yeah, I think I'm a lot more conservative with the setup in those cars than a lot of people are. On the, this may be why I don't usually have a really impressive single lap pace, but the pace over the race usually works itself out. Look at the size of that thing. Boy, you get a hell of a draft off of it. It's scary being next to that thing.
3.821, clear. Left side. Clear on the left.
I know. People always want to tell you where to pass. Pass here, pass there. Don't pass there. Pass here. Not there. Not here. Pass there. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Always amazes me that somebody looking in their mirror thinks they can assess the situation better than somebody looking out their windshield. See, this is what happens.
Car right, clear.
knothead. This is going to be ugly.
Car on your left. Clear. Left side. Clear.
Rusties. That's awesome. Will you go?
Car on your left.
Rusties. That's awesome.
Clear.
Oh, here comes the LMP1s.
Limit 56.325. Car on your left.
Problem, you want them to get by you in the short areas because I can top speed faster than they can. Running low downforce. See, I'm already look, he can't get away from me.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
I'd rather not pass you around the outside on entry. I don't know why these guys don't understand that. Why they won't stay on their racing line. Yeah, I like the Ferrari. Well, I'm a Ferrari fan boy anyway, so I've had 3 of them. So that's kind of my affinity is those cars. But I'm more of an open cockpit guy. That's why I like this prototype. And people clamoring for the modern LMP2 cars, like what's stopping you from driving this one? Why is that going to change that you're also going to drive that one? They're not going to drive any different. It's the same basic car as this one. It's not a whole, a little more power, a little more tweaking here and there, but that's about it. It's not a radically different car. It's like NASCAR, those guys crying for, well, we don't have a Mustang. It's like, paint your fucking Fusion to look like a Mustang. It's the same damn thing. Oh, I can't stand slow DP drivers. That's why I hate running IMSA. I'm always running up the ass of half the half the DPs that are in there, and there's usually only 3. And the guys that are completely out of their league running the car. That's why I think the HPD should be in there. Because at least a slow driver in the HPD is still going to be considerably quicker than a fast driver in a GTE car. Where is this girl anyway? Oh, she's 12 seconds back. Oh, slow DP drivers, man, they just drive. It's still in my head now. Thinking about my last race at Spa, and that stupid idiot in the DP wouldn't get out of the way, and there's, there was 3 of us up at the front in the lead. and he was breaking up the race. Ended up ultimately costing me the win. It's like, just get out of the way, man. You're 12 seconds behind the next DP because you're so slow. There's no sense in racing us. Whoa. Do a little sawing on the wheel there. Car's not wanting to react the way I want it to at the moment. What's going on? Oh, tire pressures are up. Not as high as they were getting earlier. Earlier they were over 24 on the left side. Or the left front was. Yeah, wow, it's loose, real loose right here. Almost came around whenever I got on the throttle. That's funny. Yeah, isn't nothing wrong with that. You're racing fast, and, you know, that's a totally different problem. Where are all the LMP1s? Oh, there's 2 guys racing, and the rest of them are just lapping. Saw it again there. Back my braking up a little bit. Tires seem to just not be reacting well. Car's very, very loose. Might need to rethink some of the settings on this setup, mainly that rear wing. Having that rear wing at 3 makes this car goofy loose. But I thought I turned it down to 2, but even then, you still go down to 1. Tighten it up a little bit. I think it's just this hot track. Yeah, I had to rebuild the set completely because I lost all my setups, remember? Oh, last season when I built the set, that's right. I forgot this is a new season. I made a couple changes. I stiffened the front end, which thank God I did, because this thing would be nothing but looping on me right now if I hadn't changed that. But I stiffened the front end a little bit. I did a couple of damper adjustments to it. I need to do some more because its characteristics under braking are a little bit janky right now, so I probably need to change the way it's pitching on the under hard braking. If I'm not hard braking, it's all right. If I'm just braking normal, but if I go to out brake somebody to pass them, it's acting a little stupid. I mean, it's nothing major. It's nothing I can't drive around. Oh, there's that bent up Ferrari again.
Car on your left. Clear. One, in at 53.436. Left side. Clear.
Yeah, no, it's the setup is definitely not ideal. I wouldn't want to be in a scrap right now with the way it's handling. See, like right there, I was just really reluctant to turn it in because it wasn't stable. I'm not flat-footing it through there anymore. Hurry downs. Used to always, earlier in a race I was just flat-footing it, but not now. This is going to be interesting.
Car on your left. Clear.
Watch this.
Car on your left. Car right. Too wide. Clear on the right.
Sorry, Antoine, but some genius decided to make us 3 wide right there. My apologies, sir. Yeah, that exactly, John. Whoa, that's exactly what I wanted to happen with a car that has a loose ass right now.
1, in at 63.135.
Yeah, nice save on Antoine's part too, because I'm sure I put him right on the edge of the track. Yeah. Thanks, John. No, I don't know what that dude was thinking. This car's not going to like the extra fuel.
Right side. Clear. You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Okay, 25 minutes remaining. All right.
One, in at 53.037.
I have not. I've resisted. Of course, I'm kind of a BMW man lately. You know, I've had 2 M4s, but I haven't tried the M8 because I don't see my allegiance changing in here. It looks beautiful, though. I love the car. I love the way the car looks. I mean, outside of the Ferrari, it's the best looking car in the service.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Golly, I have to keep pedaling it. That back end is not liking that. I'm about to go to a one wing. I've never run a one wing here before. That's gonna be weird. Yeah, it's true. That thing is huge. It's scary when you drive next to it. It's like driving next to an 18-wheeler on the highway and you're in a Fiat. Alright, gotta pit this lap. Don't let me forget.
1 minute 53.207.
Are you crazy?
Oops.
Thank you, mate.
Car right. Clear.
I'm gonna have to turn my spotter's voice back up so I start paying attention to him. I'm gonna have to start remembering to change my tire settings too, because right now I'm set to change tires. Kind of with 21-second lead, I probably should change tires just to make it interesting. Thank you, Randy.
Good sir.
Left side. Clear.
Alright. Don't crash.
You're in fifth.
Hey, you know what, Dino? This is a race I fully expected to crash in because there was only 3 of us in here and then one person had pedal troubles. So yeah, I fully expected to crash. Wow, she's getting enough fuel mileage to go another lap.
I missed pit.
Oh. And here I was just saying that you had enough fuel mileage to go an extra lap. I was pretty impressed. Well, I kind of like her. she does what I do. I hate to laugh at your misfortune, Maria, if you go back and watch this on my stream, but that's something I'm notorious for. Not putting race fuel in at the start, not pitting in the race, just, you know, deciding to take a tow instead. So yeah, no, I can sympathize. I know, man. It's usually me that does that. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw somebody other than me forget the pit. I think I'm going to need her to pay royalties on that because I'm, you know, I have that trademarked.
Car on your left. Clear.
Maria Holweck up there. Second place HPD. At least she made it back around, but she lost a whole bunch of time. Oh no, she didn't. She took a tow just now. Oh, that sucks. If she leaves, I'm quitting. I'm not running this race anymore.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Maria, did you have to take a tow? Oh, she didn't tow? Okay, I thought she did because she disappeared as soon as she entered the pits.
Left side. Clear. Left side. Clear on the left.
Shows her a lap down to me now. Because a lot of that too depends on where the leader is. Okay, the leader's between us. So yeah, you're probably right. Okay, maybe you did. You can always check her stream on Twitch, SpeedBee.
Car right. Clear.
Oh yeah, she used to race in the HPD. Yeah, she was aggressive. She would bump your ass off the road if you were in her way. I can't think of her name at the moment.
Car on your left. Still there. Clear.
I don't know. I don't know what she looked like. I raced with her quite a bit. Why I can't think of her name. She raced a lot. And she raced it all. I mean, like the whole like Proto GP, like 2 or 3 seasons. No. It was a foreign name, some European, Eastern European sounding name, actually, if I remember correctly, or Italian. Maybe she was Italian.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
She had her moments too. She was quick at times, but she was just too aggressive. She drove the car too aggressively. So and back then, you know, you couldn't run a full. Look at this, just as fast and top speed. Had to back off and let him go. You couldn't run a full race on one set of tires back then, and she abused them. I'll let him go. Too much craziness going on up here.
Right side. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear.
Oh, there she is in front of me. Italian, right? I corrected myself. Sophia. Yes, her name was Sophia. I remember that much. Her and another guy who was an over-aggressive driver used to hit each other a lot and ended up fighting over who was at fault. I remember that. And it was usually split right down the middle on who was at fault. It usually ended with, look, both of y'all are knotheads. Stop hitting each other. But they were very similar in pace, and so they were always mixing it up, and they would always hit each other. I think maybe it was you, Dino. I think it was you she was always hitting, or you were always hitting her. I think y'all were both about the same pace. Maria's driving pretty quick here, or pretty aggressive herself here. She's over driving the corners. She needs to back off and let the car roll into the turn a little bit. Nope, not gonna pass already.
Car on your left. Clear.
Oh, she wasn't in Gavin Mex's league. Oh, they got into it. That's funny. I can almost guarantee she was in the wrong. Because usually, if he did make a mistake, he owned up to it. Yeah, I think that's her, Sophia Stella. Yes, I know she's Italian. Oh, Sam, never mind. I thought it was Dino telling me the same thing again. Because Dino has a habit of doing that.
3.307. Left side. Clear.
Yeah, she was nice. Of course, I gave her setups too, so I gave everybody setups. Yeah, Sophia Stella, that was her. I wonder what happened to her. She was a pretty good HPD driver for a while.
Left side.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Clear.
See you, Dino. Dino topic. Oh, incident number 3. Things wouldn't stop there. I wonder if it's my pedals. Now that he had a problem with his. It did that to me not long ago. I couldn't stop. I think I need to recalibrate them. Because they really just locked up, and they don't usually lock up. Oh, she raced in November 18? What did she race? Because that's not too long ago. I hadn't seen her in a couple of years. Kind of biased towards girl racers since my daughter is one. Oh wow, interesting. She used to drive pretty much only the HPD. But it was a lot larger grids back then. Smaller grids probably turn her off. Content just to follow her. Don't worry about it, Maria. Just go. I'm not going to pass you. Phew! That was almost the end of it.
Right side. Clear.
That was almost the end of it. How much time do we have? Oh, so we had enough for... Yeah, if I couldn't have putted around. I couldn't have putted around enough to keep her from catching me. And I bashed that wall. Man, that was tense.
Clear.
Should I pass her? Yeah, car's getting kind of slick on.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Kind of getting slick on the kink. It doesn't like it. — 10 incidents are nothing. Not worried about that. You get 17 a race. Make them count. You only get 17 of them, so. Yeah, I don't recommend taking a wide entry at this point. The car doesn't like that. Too much steering input. Drifted through that corner. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Car on your left. Clear. 1 minute 62.387.
Even on that corner, it's wanting to overdrive on the exit, oversteer on the exit road. Interesting.
Great race, worth that. You're really fast. Good job, good job. And thanks to all that they won.
flag. It's over. Great job. You did really well.
Well, thanks for keeping me company in here, guys, because I would have definitely driven this car into a bridge embankment otherwise. There's only so long I can talk to myself. Alright. Good race, everyone. Alright, everyone. I'm going to pack it in on that one. I will see you guys in the next one.